Last we saw Mark Grayson, he was left in a bruised and bloodied state by the Viltrumites. Now he's all about recovery and rebuilding. Once our hero was a battered mess, reeling from the brutal beatdown dealt by his own father Nolan. His journey of recovery was far from smooth, a harsh reality check that left him grappling with his scars, both physical and emotional. The fallout of the mid-season finale had significant ripples, with notable characters like Nolan conspicuously absent from the scene. The leading ladies of the series also seemed to fade into the backdrop, their roles diminished. Yet, amidst this disarray, Mark's story of resilience took center stage. His recovery was not merely about healing his wounds, it was about rebuilding his faith in Nolan, the man who had shattered his world. And Mark, to his credit, emerged stronger, in a healthier place, ready to help the Thraxans rebuild their kingdom. 2 months later, Mark is a changed man, a responsible hero ready to step up for his half-brother. His evolution is remarkable, signaling a new chapter in this epic saga. While Mark is away, Earth is facing its own mix of absurd and perilous situations. The Guardians of the Globe are locked in a fierce battle with Omnipotus, a colossal Skeletor-like creature who demands they tremble before my unlimited power. But the Immortal, with a tone as dry as the desert, simply responds, "No." It's an amusing exchange, a spoonful of sugar to help the danger go down. Meanwhile, there's a more emotional battle brewing. Donald, with his cyborg arm and patchy memory, finally confronts Cecil, the head of the Global Defense Agency. Cecil's cavalier attitude towards Donald's distress is unsettling. He reveals the truth about Donald's missing memories and mechanical appendage with a chilling lack of empathy. These confrontations, though they occupy only a small part of our narrative, are charged with emotional volatility. They're like a thunderstorm brewing on the horizon. You know it's coming, but you're not quite sure when it'll hit. As our heroes grapple with these challenges, there's a sense of uncertainty, an undercurrent of unease. It's like Earth is holding its breath, waiting for the other shoe to drop. And drop it does when Mark finally returns home. But home is a relative term, and for Mark, it's a place where things are not quite as they seem. As the dust settles on Earth, Mark finally returns home, but not all is as it seems. With Mark's return, some emotional moments are unfortunately glossed over. For instance, Debbie, Mark's mother, and the emotional anchor of the show, is deprived of a crucial moment when Mark shares his recent experiences and decisions. The audience is already familiar with these revelations, but not Debbie. This critical moment is all but skipped, denying her, and the audience, the chance to witness her emotional journey. We are left wondering about her feelings as she agrees to care for the child of the man who betrayed her. A significant emotional beat, forgotten in the rush of the plot. Similarly, Amber, Mark's girlfriend, is also left in the emotional shadows. When Mark reunites with her at college, the episode quickly moves past these potentially heart-rending revelations. The emotional depth of her reaction is left unexplored, another forgotten emotion in the storyline. The episode, titled "This Must Come as a Shock," seems to hold little shock value for the characters themselves. The emotional undercurrents that should ripple through these scenes are largely absent. As viewers, we are left to fill in the blanks, to imagine the shock, the hurt, the confusion that these characters should be experiencing. In the midst of all this, one conversation stands out, involving none other than Atom Eve and Rexplode. This exchange, in contrast, is allowed to play out fully, offering a glimmer of emotional depth in an episode that otherwise neglects these crucial moments. Amidst the turmoil, a conversation between Atom Eve and Rexplode provides a glimmer of hope. This unexpected dialogue is a beacon in the tumultuous world of Invincible, a small but significant moment that holds potential for future plot developments. Atom Eve, with her unwavering moral compass, and Rexplode, a character known for his brashness, engage in a conversation that hints at the possibility of personal growth for Rex. This interaction could suggest a shift in the dynamics of the team, with Rex possibly taking on a more responsible role, and Atom Eve stepping into a leadership position. Their conversation also offers hope for the Invincible universe at large. It's a reminder that even in the face of overwhelming odds, there are moments of connection and understanding that can lead to change. It's these small but impactful interactions that keep us invested in the characters and their journey. As the episode wraps up, we are left anticipating major battles on 3 different fronts. Mark Grayson's journey of recovery and rebuilding continues, setting the stage for what's to come in Invincible.